What is owning your beauty? What isn't owning your beauty? Where are we? What it is not fixing yourself or changing yourself. It's about loving what is. It's a choice that we all have. And in fact, I prepared a little slideshow for you. Well, I haven't. Becca and Caroline did it. Of these women that I think own their beauty. And feel free to email me people that you think own their beauty, or if you disagree, feel free. But I just wanted to take a moment and really celebrate women that are in celebration of themselves. So Caroline, can you take us through the slideshow? Oh, the first one's Lizzo. Okay, so I told you everything you need to know about Lizzo, and now you're getting to see Lizzo. Next, Meryl Streep and Helen Mirren. I like these women because they didn't do too much plastic surgery, if any at all. And I'm always really touched and inspired by women who let their faces age. Another great example, next, is Jane Goodall. Oh my God. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. She is just like as magnificent as that gorilla sitting next to her. Next, we have Laverne Cox. And what I love about Laverne Cox is she is a trans woman of color who has decided to make herself this incredible superstar, and she rocks a red carpet like nobody. Next, Ali Wong. If you haven't seen Baby Cobra on Netflix, it will make you laugh, and who doesn't need a few laughs right now? I love that she shot her both Netflix specials that she's done while she was very pregnant and while being Asian. Both of those things are remarkable. So I really celebrate her in her career. She's doing amazing things. Next, we have Lady Gaga. I love her because she doesn't try to be pretty, She celebrates the grotesque, the darkness. She finds beauty in the repulsive, the androgynous, the gender spectrum, the monstrous side of woman, the elegant side of woman. She plays it all, like the unplugged woman. And her makeup line actually promotes androgyny, which is super fabulous. Next, we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Now, these things around her neck are dissent collars. And when she knows she's in disagreement with her peers, she chooses to wear one of these dissent collars to actually publicly demonstrate that she is in disagreement. She also, if any of you missed her documentary, it's wonderful, and it's wonderful to see her work out with her little 80-plus-year-old body and choosing to stay strong because she knows her voice is so important in the world. I love Nancy Pelosi and the way she celebrates her womanhood with those power suits she wears. Like, it's just like so forceful and so incredible to be in this like solid, bright color in the Senate, in meetings with the president. Like, she stands, she is a statement. She owns her beauty. Next we have Megan Rapinoe. And so she is this queer woman who is standing for equal pay for women in soccer. Like, watching her play soccer, it's fierce poetry. It makes you feel like a fucking athlete to just watch her play. And I love how out she is about her lifestyle, and even to the point of owning her beauty, that Megan Rapinoe, who really originally didn't give a shit about her beauty, she was just in it for the love of the sport and the celebration of her body. There was like an interview about a month ago about her skincare in the New York Times, and I thought, damn, that is so good. Next, we have AOC. Now, what I love about her is she just like she blazed this unimaginable trail for a woman in her 20s to end up in the house. And she stands for, choosing to own being a Latinx woman. She rocks her beauty with that red lipstick. And we know she has no budget because she was interviewed to say that she used her very first paycheck to get health insurance. So what I love is she's like, stands for her magnificence, stands for her culture, and stands for the people in a way that very few people in Washington do. I love her. Then we have, next we have Melissa McCarthy, a plus size woman who has made her way in the movie industry. And she's just hilarious and just works her shit in an amazing way. And we're gonna conclude with a favorite of mine, Audre Lorde. Yes, women are powerful and dangerous. Indeed they are. Okay, so how do we own our beauty? It requires a lot of internal discipline. You actually have to choose to love all the features that you have, the perfect and the quirky and the downright awkward. You can't wait for someone else to grant you your beauty, because that's never going to happen. Even if somebody says, oh, you're so hot, you're so beautiful, you don't believe it unless you believe it. There's never going to be someone who's more powerful than you inside of this conversation in determining how beautiful you are. It's almost like you get to be Cinderella and the fairy godmother and bonk yourself on the head with a magic wand and become beautiful. Like, you do not need the little mice to become white horses or the pumpkin to become a golden carriage. You just be like, I'm fucking beautiful. And you can do it any kind of way. You can be like, I'm fucking beautiful, motherfucker. And you can be like, I'm so beautiful. It's just any way you want to do it. It's your way. And you set the stage for yourself, for your beauty, just in the same way that, let's say, you would set the stage if it was your job to prepare an altar for a sacred service. You get to choose the self-care that you give yourself. You get to choose the amount of pleasure that you're allowing into your life. You get to choose, like, if you're going to put on lip gloss, if it makes you feel lovely to do that. I do. That's the only makeup I wear. You can put flowers, you can by your bathtub, by your bedside table, on your dining room table. You can choose frequent orgasms. You could make yourself unbelievably beautiful if you give yourself an orgasm a day. You don't even have to go over the edge. Just like stroking that pussy, complimenting that pussy, touching that pussy, acknowledging that pussy adds to your beauty. Healthy food, clothes that fit well, clothes that are saucy, that express you, gratitude, appreciation of yourself, appreciation of others. Like I'm very conscious of my beauty, but I'm into celebrating myself as the woman I am. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. I'm no Botox, no plastic surgery, nothing on this beautiful face. This is just like radiance on its own is way more than enough. And what I'll do is I'll be super, super deliberate about my choices with myself and my body. Like my outfit today, is this appropriate to wear to work? Is this appropriate? I think it's really appropriate. And I want to really celebrate for a minute my footwear, because my feet feel the most beautiful in hiking boots. That's what they love. They love hiking boots. So for me, I have to own that, but I decided to up-level my hiking boot. Pretty good, right? A little Louis Vuitton hiking boot. And it just gives me that rocker edge that I need to feel even more fabulous. So I'm able to do my hiking boots to pamper the beauty that my feet want to feel. And I'm also able to feel kind of badass. So you find your way. And by the way, it took me about a year of shopping to find those, Because once you're committed to hiking boots, you think the world is limited, but then you keep going and then you can find treasures. When beauty calls, you must answer, and you are the only one that can answer the phone. You have to learn what makes you feel pretty or beautiful, and do it. If it's nature, if it's time with friends, if it's being by the ocean, if it's hiking boots, you have to do the research. And the final step is you act as if you're beautiful with enthusiasm. And this can't be accomplished half-assed. It is a state that vaporizes as soon as you stop practicing, because our cultural conditioning is so powerful. Women are taught to, it's almost like owning your beauty is the equivalent of putting on the COVID mask, right? We have to put the COVID mask on because there's germs out there. The patriarchy is like the unseen cultural germ that deflates a woman's sense of her beauty and power. Because the culture is so powerful, we're taught to hate ourselves every time we open a magazine or go to a church and pray to a male god rather than a female god, get hit with media advertising designed to create self-doubt. Anytime we've been victims of abuse, it kind of destroys our sense of our beauty. So we have to be willing to practice. Make your surroundings beautiful. Do activities that make you feel beautiful, like dancing, exercise, swimming, write yourself a love letter, dance naked in front of a mirror. Do what it takes. It works if you work it, so work it, you're worth it. Personally, I have to dance every day. Dancing naked is cool, but I like to wear like slutty clothes. I use salt scrubs. I practice the tools with my sisters. The day doesn't go by that I'm not spring cleaning or doing Holy Trinity. Sensual time is really important, whether it's myself or with my man. It's just like choosing, figuring it out, making it happen, being generous with others. It's just ongoing. It's trial and error. You try, you try something, it doesn't work. You try something else, it does. You just have to prioritize. That is how it goes. How you know you've mastered it? You have routines of beauty that you create every day, like dancing or hiking boots. You know what clothes look great on you and what styles enhance your body. You work with it, and it doesn't mean it's expensive, but dump that old shit from your pussified closet. You can wink at yourself, flirt with yourself in the mirror. You decide whenever you see a photo of yourself, she is so hot. You never criticize yourself. Every sidewalk is your runway. You make every meal fit for a queen. You know it's a privilege to be in your presence. You take care of this gorgeous body. You touch this gorgeous body. You self-pleasure this gorgeous body. You stand for yourself.